starting. Are we ready? Not us doing the same thing at the exact same time, adjusting. We're like, did I catch it in the light?
I get up on him like all fours. Eating my wings like
We're
this.
both all for it.
But like facing each other like
We're
two cats.
feeding the wings to each other. So we're going to be doing ranking tier lists. I've never actually done these before. I've seen a million other people do them. But I really wanted to do them.
Well,
wait. I have a better idea. So it doesn't clog the graph. If we don't know it, we won't put it in the graph.
I was literally saying that and you just...
I'm sorry.
That's what I said first.
You were like, let's go by band and go by what we know. And I was like, yeah, definitely. But in my mind, I was like, let's sort through what we don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Except let's not do that.
Okay.
Paramore.
This is going to be hard.
You'll have way better input from me because I know a lot of Paramore's good songs, but there's a lot that I don't know.
Oh my god. This is going to be really hard to rank these. I could spend the next 4 hours ranking these 5 albums.
These are my hearing aids.
This one is self-titled. This has Now, Fast in My Car, the interludes.
Oh.
Future.
All the interludes are my favorite. I remember listening to this in your car when we like first became friends.
Yeah, because oh my god, because literally the drive.
I'm not angry anymore. Something just happened to me that day.
Yes.
You were like, I remember we went to go. You were buying alcohol for me as a minor. This is all full circle.
So
this one has to be. This is at least solid, if not God.
If not God tier, because 2 of my favorite Paramore songs are Part 2 and Future. And what I was gonna say was on my drive home from graduation, like my last drive from Fitchburg, I played Future on repeat and just like fucking sobbed the whole ride home. Just crying. So as an album too, I think it's the only album with interludes. I really want to put it God tier. They're all gonna be God tier though. Riot. Every single song on that album. Every single song on that album.
I just picture me and my sisters yelling about it.
That's why I just wanna.
Move it to solid.
I hate it. I hate that I want to move it, but Riot, bitch. Riot is what Paramore on the map.
Yes.
Misery Business. Crush, Crush, Crush. That's what you get.
You know what? This is right. This is right. You don't need to justify it to me, and you don't need to justify it to yourself. But I just graduated, so
yeah.
I spent those 7 years still in college.
This bitch just graduated like a week ago.
About a week ago.
About a week ago. Graduated.
You were supposed to graduate that year, and then you stayed another one, basically because I kind of convinced you to. I remember you like
2
called
or 3
your dad
years.
about changing your major, and I was like, you should still do it.
I was a communications media major with a double concentration in film and video. Well, film and video for 4 years, and then literally like I remember this so vividly. I went to the internship meeting. That was like, this is what you have to do on a film internship, and in my brain I went, I don't want to do this anymore. So 2 years into our friendship is when Andrew changed his major. And
when I went to my moot court class and thought, wow, I don't want to do this anymore. That's literally what happened. Yeah. It's like a second moment of consciousness.
Yes!
We have done 2 hours.
Okay. After Laughter.
Good.
So good. So good, and...
Do you mean so good? Or...
Okay, hear me out. The only reason I don't want to give this God tier is because as a full album, I think I listened to this one the least.
I agree.
I listened to a lot of singles, but as a full album, not all the time. I'm gonna put it in.
Good is good enough.
But it's so solid.
No, there's songs from it that
Brand
are
New Eyes, God tier. That's
I'm
not
not
even.
disagreeing
I'm
at
not
all.
even.
Next song.
Don't at me. Every single song on that album is fucking.
We walked into Dylan's
stupid
apartment.
good.
Just what did I even say? And then we were just like, "You can't be too careful." What was it?
You were like, you're like, are you playing Paramore's "Careful"?
Wow, as background music for the stream.
And then all we know is "Falling" is a God tier, and I'm not going to take questions at this time.
There are more things in God tier on our first band than anywhere else on this.
That's like starting this list off with Linkin Park. What do you expect me to do?
You know what's funny?
What?
I never listened to music until I was 15. I was well into
What
high
do you
school.
mean?
I just didn't. I was not a conscious person.
No, but what do you mean?
I just was
so
always,
okay, so
no, people would bring up music and I would be like, I'd be like, oh, I just went to go see this any concert, a male artist, a female artist, anything, and I'd just be like, oh, is that weird for someone to listen to that? Anything.
Okay, so my question is, being 15, you're in your room by yourself. You don't put on a lick of music.
I played Pokemon or something or read. I did not. There was not music playing out of any device I've ever owned until I was I was at least a sophomore in high school, ever. I never went to a concert. I didn't know a single album from anyone.
That makes me physically uncomfortable.
I know. My sister would literally have CDs, be listening. I would be like, "Can we get to do something else?" There was nothing. I want to see if they noticed. You know what, I'm gonna ask them.
CD players, Walkman, iPod.
I would listen to my sister's Wicked soundtrack sometimes, but just not even listening to music, just as a noise, I guess, to not feel alone. Which sounds really sad, but
same, but I would actually listen to the music.
I wouldn't. I knew Popular and I didn't that's it.
Okay, so your only song that you knew from ages 0 to 14 was Popular from the musical
and some
Wicked.
country music my dad would play.
And goodness,
my sister said, "Blame mom and dad. We did not grow up with music. We are bizarre."
That doesn't compute in my brain. When I think of all my favorite artists now, whether or not it is the actual artist or a genre it's because that's what my parents listen to.
Yeah, mine was all country music like Shania Twain.
My favorite band is Linkin Park because my mom, that's all my mom would listen to in the car.
Are you serious?
My dad, his 2 CDs that he would have in his car were Janet Jackson and Creed. So literally my pop and rock side are my 2 favorite genres.
I could not tell you a single artist my mom likes outside of the Blue Man Group.
The Blue...
I don't know.
You know what? I have a better idea.
Okay, we need this is struggling.
Because the emo thing is going to take too long. What if we did it by artist?
Okay, yes, that's...
So first one, A Fever You Can't Sweat Out. Has to be at least great. Because if you think Panic at the Disco, you think I Write Sins Not Tragedies.
Also, all we're comparing here is other Panic at the Disco albums. This has to be the God tier album.
Is there another album that you think is Okay, because here's the thing. I think there's another album that is personally my favorite. I don't know if it's better.
They're pretty odd.
No, I was going to say Death of a Bachelor.
Oh, I also... Personally, that is my favorite album.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
Are we going based on what we feel? Yeah, we are.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's put Death of the Bachelor as a top then.
Yes. Okay, I agree. This album...
Yeah, we're going to go by us, not the...
Bop after bop after bop after bop. There's not a song that comes up on this from this album on a playlist or if I just skip through my library that I ever want to skip through.
I would try to use a song from this album in every dance class I teach.
Yeah, you did. You did LA Devotee, right?
What?
Just another LA Devotee.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you used the one with the jazz section. You can set yourself on fire, but you'll never let it burn, burn, burn.
Crazy equals genius.
Crazy equals genius. That's what it is. Okay, so Pray for the Wicked, would you say great, good, God?
Good.
Good. I really like this album.
Yeah, this like revitalized them. This was kind of their comeback.
Yes.
From
I feel like these three were like their pop punk kind of scene.
This was like their first era. This was their second.
Yes. Yeah. I think I remember hearing this album and being like, oh, Brendan Urie can do this.
Yeah,
on
he
his
really
own.
went like. I feel like this made this not about him, but like, this was them before, and this is like he became the front runner of this band really hard.
Yes, like
not that he wasn't before.
Well, this was when people were like, "Oh, Brendan Urie's the shit," not like Panic at the Disco.
Yes,
the shit.
That's what I mean. Like, the second wave of that, and also that's kind of when everyone else in the band like changed.
Yeah.
Still though,
I think I would put this at great because.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing
because it's a good album, but like.
The timing of it.
The timing of it, yeah. Back to A Fever You Can't Sweat Out.
It has to be at least great, if not God. This is like the most memorable and solid part of their first era that we just deviated. Like
I would say, if we were still in the emo list, I would put this at great. But since we're in Panic at the Disco list, I would put this at God.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Because like I feel like these two albums for me are the most like defining.
Same. They're also both of our favorites.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty Odd. Pretty Odd is one of those albums that
I feel like everyone in high school but me loved.
Yes, and like specifically in high school is one of those albums that I would actually like put on to like do homework or like it was always in the background of something.
No, you know what? The thing is, I only just started listening to Panic at the Disco at the in between their time off, and I'm listening mostly if you can't sweat out. So I remember Pretty Odd like having some songs, but not enough that I ever cared about. Not saying I don't like them. I just really
off the top of my head, I could probably say like 3. We're drinking water. We're drinking canned water.
Rich water.
Canned, really sparkling water. Okay, so this is our definitive Panic list. I feel pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna rank these 4 MCR albums. Black Parade. That's an S tier.
I think I agree.
Black Parade, bitch.
I just started running today and used that as my song to pace myself. The beat, I was like okay. It was 5 minutes.
Literally, some of my most like pungent MCR memories is like
everyone's pungent.
Is like middle school, seeing everyone with their MCR backpacks and their MCR jackets and their MCR
it was because of
carrying around MCR CDs for what? Around the middle school hallways, so you can show everyone you have it, like
for the clout.
Meanwhile,
in case they came by.
Meanwhile, I was pretending like I didn't like emo music, so I had to pretend that like everyone wearing their merch was like weird.
Me until I was 15.
No, you weren't pretending. You just didn't give a shit. S tier. Okay, Danger Days. I don't.
What?
This is so shady. I love Danger Days. There's so many good songs on the album, but I don't look at it as iconic.
I think I agree.
I don't look at it as like, oh, this was a moment. I look at it as like, oh, it's a good album.
It's not.
Like the cultural reset wasn't there.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no like. It's something that existed, but not something that existed inside of people.
I would say this and Danger Days is the most like non-MCR albums there are, because Danger Days was like a pop MCR. Bullets is like a really grungy like 90s rock MCR. Honestly, I would do this and I would do this. I'm Not Okay will forever be the emo anthem. Yeah, so this is our definitive MCR list.
We need to move on.
We need to move on or we're never going to get to anybody else. Okay. All right, we are going to be ranking Fall Out Boy albums. Here we go. Starting with American Psycho. What is that one called? American Beauty.
American Beauty, American Psycho.
Okay. We were actually. It's funny because that we were doing these tier things because we were literally just like talking about this before stream.
Why were we fighting over this? Oh, what the album cover looked like?
Yeah. No, because I said his hat reminded me of.
He was like the two young boys from Save Rock and Roll, and I was thinking of the two dead skeletons, and I was like, you mean this?
This was. Was this the album Centuries is on?
Yes. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Was it was it this one or God Save Rock and Roll?
It was not Save Rock and Roll.
Okay. So, my perception of this album, it's like where they started to depart from their post pop punk era. So I'd say like it's not bad. I would say it's good.
Yeah, that's indifferent. Well, yeah.
Because I wouldn't put that album on and be like, I don't like this album. I think I'd put it on and be like, that was good.
Yeah, it's good.
Next one. Well, this one has a literal tattoo of this photo.
You want to see? Can I show it?
Yeah, you can show it. On his body.
I get them for free because my sister's a tattoo artist.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Dancing.
So, I mean, obviously that one's God tier.
No, obviously, like, good.
I was about to be like, bitch, you have it tattooed.
You're, like, getting out the laser.
I'm like, take it off. Fake fan.
It has so, I have nothing to say. There's no, you're gonna put it there. That's it.
It's another one of those albums.
Every song, it's like, you know what it reminds me of in the sense of how I talk about it? Every time I talk about Evermore, I'm like, this song has a sound for everybody.
Yeah.
This album also had a different sound, like a tone in the song.
You're so right. You're so right.
Everything.
And even like, I like Fall Out Boy and I enjoy most of their albums. I've met them, which we just talked about. But even I, as like a kind of more casual Fall Out Boy fan,
this is like
it's so good.
It's like a fever you can sweat out, but for Fall Out Boy.
Yeah,
it's that sweet spot.
It is. Okay, and then From Under the Cork Tree.
That has to be awesome. That is awesome. That is what everyone else knows.
Yeah,
Sugar,
because
you're going down.
Yes, because I would say this is the best of the best.
This has to be the best of the best, but also our best of the best, and this has to be at least the public's.
This is like general public. When you think of Fall Out Boy, you think Sugar.
If you don't know Fall Out Boy that much, that's what you think of.
Correct. Okay, so this has Thanks for the Memories.
Yeah. His name is It's an arms race.
Oh yes, okay. He's
From
saying
Under the
if you
Cork Tree,
if you
like
know
you know
From Under the Cork
Infinity
Tree,
on High.
you know Infinity on High. Yeah, because of the singles. But I personally wouldn't put it on. If we're playing,
I'm saying put it on good.
Yeah, I was just gonna say if we're playing favorites, I wouldn't put it on awesome because I like From Under the Cork Tree better.
I'm very comfortable with this. This is a good list.
Yeah. Okay, we were just talking about Mania off stream too. So Mania has.
This one has a lot that I don't know. I'll be honest. Young and Menace.
Young and Menace.
That's the only song anyone knows.
That's the only song I know. That's the only song
that I knew. We literally spent. This is what we did for like 15 minutes before the stream started. To not forget this song out.
Literally.
Put it at meh.
Okay.
This might be a god tier, if not awesome. I think. It has been my Twitter sign off. I'm only plugged in to Save Rock and Roll for at least 7 years.
Twitter sign off.
Literally since I started using Twitter my freshman year of college. This song, it has to
Let's go through the songs. Pull it up. Let's go through the songs.
Save Rock and Roll.
Sick.
Young Volcanoes.
Sick.
Death
song.
Valley. Do you know that one?
I don't recognize that one, no.
Alone Together.
Oh!
Where Did the Party Go?
Oh!
Where did the
yes.
The Phoenix.
Okay, yeah.
My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark.
Yup.
People know almost every song on this album. I just don't think they realize it.
That's literally my thought process.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like I didn't realize that
this album.
Love that album.
You know what? This is like the bridge between awesome and the very best, where we have the conscious recognition that this album is good,
This was
and so
like,
does the public.
This was literally when we did Panic at the Disco. This was Death of a Bachelor and
Yes.
A Fever You Can't Sweat Out.
Yes.
Yeah, that has to be God tier.
This whole album gives me chills. I just thinking about it.
Thinking about every song.
I love that song. This has to be the album that like I gained consciousness with.
This is the album where I woke up.
I really think so. Fall Out Boy was like the first band I ever listened to.
Well, see, that doesn't mean a lot for you, because now that I know that you started it.
Okay, but that's what I mean. This band woke up my brain from being like
from being
sad
like
little
music doesn't matter.
Drone.
Yeah. I feel like if you play them, I would know them, but I don't.
You want me to?
No.
You want to put it in meh or good?
I think that depends on. I'm gonna go with your opinion on this one, since I literally don't know anything.
I mean, I guess it's fine. The songs that I know from it, I really, really like. I just don't know the rest that I don't.
Okay, this is a good way to put it. Would you put on this one? Like, okay, you're on your Spotify, right?
Okay.
You're doing whatever you usually do if you're listening to music. The only two albums that you can choose from on your Spotify right now are this one and this one.
I'm picking the blue one.
That was my...
Not even the fact that I can remember either's name.
Not the purple one, the blue one.
People who are actual, like, good, dedicated fans of the stream like this are like...
I'm like, what is... So this is our definitive Fall Out Boy leaves.
Alright, I don't care about any other bands.
Read it and weep. Okay. Now...
Well, we can do anything. Do we have to do bands?
No, we're gonna
do a new topic?
We're gonna do...
Okay.
We're gonna do pop divas. Let's do this. Okay, first up...
Oh, wait, no.
Miley Cyrus. That's this one. Photo.
Okay.
It's a very mature photo.
I have such a strong opinion of this.
Me too.